to do? Are we talking about 3 days or just Monday?
No, it's very, very clear. I have actually a copy of that decision. Do we have that with us? Mary, let me have a copy of the decision. It's pretty clear. The last conclusion, I guess, is the order. Yeah. It's further ordered that in-person voting is restored on the 3 days immediately preceding Election Day for all Ohio voters. Specifically, restores in-person early voting to all eligible voters on Saturday, November 3rd, Sunday, November 4th, Monday, November 5th. So it's the order is pretty clear in that respect. The hours are not clear. What those it's not clear at all what the hours would be required by the federal judge. What else?
How much of this is just plain old partisan politics?
Well, I would not certainly characterize the judge's decisions that way. I have a great deal of respect for Judge Economist.
But you appeal with this.
Look, you can draw your own conclusions. My job as Attorney General is to defend the laws of the state of Ohio and to defend the right of the state of Ohio to set its own rules and its own law pursuant to not only the Ohio Constitution, but the U.S. Constitution. If we thought for a moment that the Ohio legislature had violated the Ohio Constitution or the federal Constitution or anyone's right to vote, we would not be up here, I would not be up here telling you that we're going to appeal this. But there has to be, unless we believe that the states have no ability to set hours and no ability to set days that people can vote, and unless we're going to turn this entirely over to the federal courts to determine Ohio's voting, we have no choice but to appeal this and get clarification from the Sixth Circuit.
This ruling doesn't take away the military voting, as you had suggested earlier, that has always been in place to have hours in place for military. It seems to keep that in place, but just expand the option to everyone else from a legal standpoint.
But what the legal argument that was made by the Obama campaign when they brought this, and I will go back to the brief that they filed, they said there was no rational basis to make a distinction between the military and everyone else. And I find that, frankly, offensive to our military and to the men and women who serve in the military. We have always made a distinction in this country. It has been a rational distinction. It has been a distinction that recognizes the difficulty that people in the military may have, in some cases, in voting. So we reject that legal analysis that there's no rational basis for what the state is doing. My position as Attorney General is to defend the laws of the state of Ohio when we believe that those laws are in fact constitutional, which I do.
What surprised you most about the judge's rationale?
I think the decision surprised me.
Anything in particular? I mean, I know he cited Bush v. Gore.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to get into and debate the judge. I think that's with the great respect that I have for Judge Economist, I think that would be improper for me to do. Let me just say we'll speak through our brief. We've already spoken through our brief, and we'll take this to the Sixth Circuit, and the Sixth Circuit will make its decision, and we will all abide by whatever the courts ultimately decide in this case.